Hey, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know me, my name's Tifa Jessie. I'm a streamer on Twitch that plays Apex Legends and Warzone. Today's video is going to be some of the best graphic settings for Apex Legends, along with some gameplay settings. So let's jump right into it. It's been a while since we've done one of these videos, so I'm really excited, and I do hope you guys like it. First thing you're gonna do is open up your Apex, and then you're going to go into your game menu. We're gonna go to video. My display mode is full screen. My aspect ratio is 16:10 because I play stretch res. I do have a custom res through NVIDIA. I don't use CRU. So since I have a 1440p monitor, my stretch res is 2304 by 1440. If you were on 1080, I know in my last video I was running 1728 by 1080, which was like the prettier stretch res. Through the NVIDIA control panel, you can do that. But yeah, I use 2304 by 1440. My brightness is at 50%. It varies per person, per individual. My FOV is 110. I have never used 120. But if you did, I'm pretty sure there are a few tutorials out there that you can check out. My FOV ability scaling is disabled. Sprint view shake is at minimal, so that like when you walk, your screen doesn't shake so much. It's actually really handy dandy. So if you haven't changed that setting, make sure you change it. VSync is disabled. Don't like VSync. VSync also affects with aim assist, so if you guys have VSync on, make sure you turn it off. My NVIDIA Reflex is at enabled plus boost. I know a lot of people really like to use it at enabled, but I have mine at enabled plus boost. It's just preference. This is what runs best for me. My anti-aliasing is at none. I don't have an adaptive resolution FPS target either. Texture streaming budget, I have it on low to medium, depending. Sometimes you can use it at medium, sometimes you can use it at low. My texture filtering is at bilinear, so it's just like the lowest one. Ambient occlusion quality is disabled. Sun shadow coverage is at low. Sun shadow detail is at low. Spot shadow detail is disabled. Volumetric lighting is disabled as well. Model detail is low. Map detail high. I just like my map details. Effects detail is low. Impact marks is disabled, and ragdolls is at low as well. I know if you turn on anti-aliasing, some people like TSA because they say like, oh, lines pop up, but I literally have no problem with lines on my screen. Yeah, I mean, I just choose to run it. If you want to run it on, you can run it on. I know there's a few people that were like, why don't you run TSA? Well, that's just because I think my game feels better without TSA. Sometimes I'll turn it on, sometimes I'll turn it off. I just like it. It's just preference. Everyone's different. So if you want to turn that on, you can, but I just run it off. For gameplay, my interact prompt style is compact. Button hints, I have them on. Crosshair damage feedback, I do have it on X. I fluctuate between having it off or X. Damage numbers, I have stacking. That's just the way I've used it since the beginning, since I was on console. Enemy health bar. So this is actually a new setting with Apex Season 22. Displays overhead health bar for 3 seconds when damaging opponents. You know how you like when Seer like cues you and then you could see like the health? This is now a permanent setting and you can turn it off if you want, but I thought it was really creative that they have it on. Definitely gonna be really interesting, and hopefully teammates can now notice when an enemy is one and they'll actually start to push. This is one of the new settings that they have, and I'm looking forward to seeing this with everyone playing it. I wanna know people's thoughts. Ping opacity, I have it default as I sometimes have a hard time seeing things. Enemy highlight, I just have that enabled. Obituaries, I have it on. Minimap rotation off. You can play with it on, I just play with it off. Auto cycle, weapon auto cycle empty. This is a very annoying setting for me. When your gun like doesn't have any ammo, it'll switch to the other one. Let's say that one's off, it'll just constantly keep switching. So this is a setting that you want off. I'm telling you right now, it'll change your life. It's very much needed, and I like it a lot. Can be preference if you like it. Okay, I just like it off. Always sprint, I have this off. Sprint control, I have it pressed. Auto run, I have it off. Jetpack control, I have it on hold. I don't remember. My worst legend is Valk, but I mean, some people play with toggle, some people play with hold. I don't really play Valk, so. Incoming damage feedback, I have this in 2D because 2D causes less clutter on your screen and it allows you to see more. Some people prefer 3D. That's fine. I mean, I just use 2D because it has less visual clutter. Taking damage closes death box or crafting menu. You want this setting off. I know a lot of people have it on, but you want this setting off. It will literally change your life with armor swapping and everything, so make sure you have this off. Off-screen portraits, I have it on. Pop-up, I just have it on. Streamer mode, off. You can turn it on if you want to not know who's in your lobby, if it helps you. Anonymous mode, I run it on because I like to hide my name. Performance display, I have that off as well. Communication filter, I have it everybody. My reticle is this. It's a blue. Very pretty. Laser sight. You can also change the color you want on it. Mine's just still red. Colorblind mode. off. You can turn it on if you want. Subtitles, I have it off. Subtitle size, this doesn't really matter because I don't really use subtitles. I have my game dialogue on, so. That's it for the Apex settings. I am going to go through my NVIDIA panel now. So if you guys don't really care for that, but you guys found these settings helpful, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the video. But for now, we're going to be jumping into the NVIDIA part and then just changing a few things in your Windows settings. So let's get to part 2. Alrighty, so for the next step, if you haven't already watched the first step, we're going to go into our NVIDIA control panel. So we're going to go to show more options if you're on Windows 11. If not, this will just pop up on Windows 10. Go to NVIDIA control panel, and then we're going to go to adjust image settings with preview. You're going to do use my preference emphasizing. You're going to turn this all the way down to performance and then hit apply, and then you could do use the advanced 3D images settings, and then you're going to use the advanced 3D image settings and just leave it there, and then hit apply again, and it's already going to save it down on performance. Then go to manage 3D settings itself, go to program, and make sure you find Apex Legends if it's not already there. And we're going to change all these settings. Alrighty, so image scaling, you're going to make sure that's off. Anisotropic, off. This setting, anti-aliasing FXA, off. Anti-aliasing gamma correction, on. Anti-aliasing mode, off. Anti-aliasing setting, make sure that's on none. I already have this setting off. Don't know why. Probably because like you meddle with those. Background application max frame rate, make sure this is off as well. CUDA GPU, I have this on all. System fallback policy, driver default. My low latency mode is on ultra. Now this is a setting I was literally talking about earlier. When you're in your Apex video settings, some people like enabled plus boost. Low latency mode, I have this on ultra. That's just how I like it. Some people say it does cause latency issues when they have it on ultra, so you can just switch it back to on if you want. Again, it's just preference. Just mess around with those two and see what you like. My max frame rate, I have that off because capping from NVIDIA is very iffy and actually causes your game to feel like shit. Again, just my experience. Monitor technology, I have this on fixed refresh. MFAA, I have that off. Open GL GDI, auto. Open GL rendering GPU. You want to make sure this is set to your GPU. Power management mode, I have this preferred maximum performance, so my game can literally get focused for better FPS and better performance. Preferred refresh rate, I have it highest available. All my texture filterings, so first one, anisotropic, on. Texture filtering, LOD bias, I have that allow. Texture filtering quality, high performance. Texture filtering trilinear optimization, I have that on. Threaded optimization, I have this auto, triple buffering off, and VSync off. A lot of people have VSync on, especially if you're a controller. You want to make sure this is off because VSync does mess with your aim assist. It does not make your aim assist hit hard. Trust me, turn this off, your aim assist will be assisting. You won't be putting the ass in assist. Virtual reality, use global settings, and Vulkan OpenGL. I just have this set to auto. And my G-Sync, I have this off as well. Again, just personal preference. People are like, why are you not using V-Sync and G-Sync together? Well, it just doesn't make my game feel good. These are some of the best settings. If you don't like it, go with what you feel. It's just what works for me and what a bunch of other people use as well. So last but not least, since we're done with that, make sure you guys hit apply, by the way. Since I have them saved, I didn't have to. Make sure you apply those settings before you back out, otherwise it won't save. We're going to type in GPU, and we're going to, mine looks a little different because I have everything on here. You're going to go to, make sure Apex Legends is on here, go to options, and make sure it's set to high performance. And you're going to hit save. You can do that with any other game that you play if you want better FPS as well. Default settings, you can go into change default graphics settings. Hardware Excel GPU scheduling, make sure that's on. Variable refresh rate on. Optimization for windowed games, I have this off. But again, you can read right here. It says reduce latency and use advanced features in compatible games by using flip presentation model. You'll need to restart your game for changes to take effect. That's like if you have any windowed games or anything. I don't really use it, so again, I just have it off. These two are really important. You want to make sure they're on. Last but not least, we're going to go to edit power plan. You want to make sure this is on never. So turn off the display. I just want it to never. Put the computer to sleep never. And then you're going to go to change advanced power settings. I have mine on high performance. Not a lot of people will have high performance. If that doesn't show up for you, you probably need to do a BIOS update. I'm just trying to keep things simple. So set it to high performance. These settings, hard disk, turn off hard disk after 0 minutes. Desktop background settings, I have it paused. Wireless adapter settings, drop down power mode, I have it maximum performance. All this I have never. So my sleep, hibernate, and allow My sleep and my hibernate is never. Allow wake timers, I have that enabled. USB settings, I have it disabled. PCI and my link state power management, have that off. Processor power management. My minimum and maximum are both at 100. My display, turn off display, never. Multimedia settings. Sharing media, prevent idling. Video playback performance, bias. Playing a video, optimize video quality. So that's just what I have. And then if you wanted to as well, it's probably like the same thing. My power options right here is just high performance. There are some instances where if you were to do a Windows update, sometimes this will change. So high performance, this is for your CPU. I just have this set to high performance. When I didn't have it, like I know my streaming PC was acting like a little weird and I felt like it was a little slow. It got automatically reset to balanced. Probably after like a BIOS update or something and I didn't realize it. Or a Windows update, it just made it reset. Yeah, I just have this set to high performance and that's about it. That's what makes my PC run in tip-top condition and my game really smooth. So, alrighty, so last but not least, you're gonna want to make sure in your Steam or if you're using the app, make sure your launch options are there. Negative dev, which enables the skip screen. FPS, max 180. I decided to use 180 because it's just what works best for me. And there may or may not be a problem with using certain mouses where if you use 240 Hertz, it causes stuttering. Not sure, not confirmed. I just did a couple of things to help eliminate the stuttering when using a different mouse other than Logitech. So I just did that. And then I use CL as softened local one or locale. I don't know how you say it. That's just what I use for when I ADS. And that's about it for the video. So I do hope you guys enjoyed. This is not a very like in-depth crazy video, just something really simple. But if you guys did enjoy it, please make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. But leave a comment under this video if you guys have noticed any better frame rate, if you guys have any questions. I don't recommend any of those settings if you have a 1080 or 1060 or a, I wouldn't really say 2060, but I mean, you can try it if you have a 2060 GPU. Everyone's PC is different, but again, I don't really recommend it if you have a 2080 or less. You can on a 3060, a 3070, 3080, a 40 series GPU, but anything below a 2070, I would just kind of do minimal stuff. I wouldn't go too crazy on it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you again next time. Bye. That was good. That was fucking good.